Alright, hey everybody, welcome back. Today we are playing NBA 2K14 Association Mode. I don't know what episode this is, but we're playing the Wizards today. Now this loss, if you didn't watch the last episode, came because I skipped it because I didn't really want to play it because I already technically played it. Yeah, anyways, this win happened because I lowered all the sliders, so if you didn't watch, yeah, you'll understand. And today we're going to upgrade, not the sliders, but the minutes to 6 instead of 5. So, not that crazy, but, you know, just gives us a little bit more points. So, yep. Let's, hopefully not lose. We only won by 10 last game, obviously. So, today we're finally playing at home. And for the first time this season, we're going to be wearing our white jerseys. And they have... Interesting. They're just going to wear those jerseys. And we're going to wear our white ones. So, anyways, we're going to get Danny Granger in. And then we're going to get Thaddeus Young and Wilson Chandler. Josh Smith, we'll play Josh Smith. And then Greg Oden and Wilson Chandler can come in, switch off. It's a 7 people to switch off between. And I can do all these people later, but anyways. Last game, Josh Smith didn't really do good with his shooting. He was actually kind of bad, but, you know, bad field goal percentage and all that. But we're going to keep him in this game. So finally we're playing a home game. We played a couple, but I feel like we played more away than home this season.
And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball.
And the next game that we played that we lost, that I didn't really play, was away. I checked. These weight jerseys are not that bad, actually.
And breaking down the game, let's take a look here.
Great job by DeAndre Jordan.
Now Jordan has a 9.5-foot standing reach. And then you combine that with outstanding leaping ability, and you can see why Jordan can be such a lethal defender.
I will see if Chris Paul can guard
it's even tougher if you're the
Michael
one
Carter-Williams,
trying to
who's
do
like
the
6'7" or
shot
something,
block.
and Chris Paul's like 6 feet. So.
And leaping ability that trying to go up and
come on!
is asking to be put on a poster.
That wasn't anybody's fault, but it was my fault because I pressed blind and you know. Then Josh Smith didn't get it and he got a foul, so that's not a really good way to impress me, Josh.
Well, right now for the Wizards, they've just got to learn a few lessons from what they're going through this year. I mean, to use that experience to make sure that they grow from it.
Well, you always want to be getting better, Clark. So I like what you're talking about. I mean, sometimes you can learn from adversity, learn from your mistakes. That's what this club has to do.
All right, last game, Danny Granger went 4 of 5 for threes. Technically 4 of 4 because I took a long three for no reason when the time should have been running down. So, but we'll count it 4 as 5. This game he's already hitting some threes. So he's a 3-point shooter in my mind. And we got I think 9 or 10 blocks last game, and Greg Oden had 6 blocks last game.
Following the win against Dallas.
Tell you what, the way they shot the ball in that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
Still.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot.
It's on, wait, hold on. Alright, it's on All-Star, and the sliders are lowered. But if you want me to show you if the sliders are lowered, go watch the last episode. I recorded me lowering the sliders. So,
in an opponent's building.
Jefferson. Guarded by Jordan.
We only scored like 14 in the last quarter.
Watching the line there, that'll be a backcourt violation.
Wow. In the last game, first quarter, and we already have 7 right now, so pretty good sign, I guess.
But it seems like all the time, Steve, he's often in that conversation.
And he should be. He's a top-tier big man. Ever since his arrival in this league, he's been really good on the low block. Strong, and good score, but never quite good enough to get.
He just has a good shot. It's clean.
That's like
he's reliable
for him. He's just wide
open. Granger's gonna be scoring a lot still.
Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the 76ers.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team plays.
Okay,
I mean,
Josh Smith, you gotta do better than this.
Executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And Steve, you gotta love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team
he didn't go 3 in a row, but you know, forcing stuff doesn't always work.
Kind of performance
still,
in the other team's building,
it was open.
Really solid. The Spurs have always been very mindful of resting key players during the regular season. Some of it has to do with age of their players. Some of it is regarding talent because they knew they were a playoff team most years. And you look at the research, there is something to be said for not playing guys when they're fatigued because injuries are more likely if you play tired.
Jordan the pass to Granger. And that one goes
That wasn't even a 3, but
well, I think he kind of alligator armed that one, short stroked it. After doing a nice job to get open, he didn't finish the shot.
Now here's Carter Williams. Granger covering.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about sitting down Josh
Down to
Smith, who's
5 on
not
the shot
performing
clock.
well.
Here's Jefferson. Tries again.
Jefferson.
He takes
He's just
it
so
up
good. He
and
can
lays it
shoot
in.
and he can
Jefferson's got
rebound.
his
It's
second
just going to be
bucket
hard
tonight.
for us.
That's some tenacity.
But they're going
inside,
like 6
battling
blocks,
for the
so
second chance
for
points.
defense
Young for
purposes,
three.
I might get him in.
They get it
And that
back.
should have been in, so I'll give Thaddeus
Jordan
Young
with the
that.
bucket.
But the defense just looked a little lazy on the glass there.
I was
Yeah,
thinking about
nobody
getting Wilson
boxing
Chandler
out.
in for
That's
Josh Smith, but
inexcusable.
I don't know.
Doris
Fago
Burke had a
definitely
chance
is
to
good on
catch up with
defense, so we
head
might get
coach
him in
Randy
because they have
Wilson.
really
Doris, what do
big
you have to
guys on their
say?
team right now, so
I
it might
asked
be
him
smart.
about the challenge of containing Chris Paul, and he said, well, he's one of the best in the business, maybe the best. There's really nothing he can't do. But, fellas, he said matching CP3's intensity on the court and making him work defensively are
All right, you know what?
two
How do you miss
keys.
every shot?
Back
Like,
to
that
you.
was so close.
Thanks,
I know that was pretty much just
Now here's
unlucky, but he
Carter
hasn't made a
Williams.
shot in so
Josh
long.
Smith unable to get his shot to go. Shot's good.
Coach Popovich was fined last season for sitting out his
Wow.
top players in a nationally televised matchup against the Heat. I certainly understand the league's posture there, and it was a lot
All right,
said about it.
We're gonna get Greg
Yet,
Oden
for a veteran team like the Spurs with championship
in
aspirations, I
center.
understand resting
DeAndre
key
Jordan in at
players
power
during
forward.
the course of the regular season.
and then we're going to
And
get
San Antonio calls the
Thaddeus Young
first
back in.
timeout of the game. And back to that fine for Popovich, $250,000. Steve, that'll leave a dent.
Yeah, no doubt. But, you know, Popovich enjoys tweaking the league at times. This was clearly an effort to do that. But, look, I think it's good for him to actually...
If it's not perfect, he never makes it for
let
some
the
reason.
league
Like,
know
if it's
every
slightly
once in a
early, he
while.
doesn't make
If you're
it.
going to give us that kind of schedule with my older team, I'm going to sit them down once in a while.
Now Carter Williams after the missed three from Johnson.
Wow.
This game's going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see.
Come
in
on.
I don't know why we're
blowout
clearing out when we
Kevin
actually
Durant.
got bigger guys in now.
Exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look
And
how
you know-
frustrated Steve is over here.
Well, I
shaking
just,
his head.
you know what,
Oh, he's
Kevin?
disgusted.
Come on, Kev. I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up there. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And a look here at the Wizards, how they ranked in the NBA last season. 9th in rebounding, 10th in three-point field goal percentage. As for the assist numbers, not as strong for them. Top 20 in the league. They certainly are capable of much better in that area.
And what stands out to me, Clark, with what you just talked about is the rebounds, because this is a very physical team. They like to try to bully their opponent at both ends of the floor. On the defensive glass,
All right, it's tied
they were
now.
excellent. And then offensively, on missed shots,
Come on,
they really
Greg
got
Oden.
after it and tried to get second
Yes.
points. Michael Carter Williams, the rare 6'6" true point guard. Both his mother and his stepfather are
I
high
thought
school basketball coaches,
Michael
so
Carter Williams
you
was
know he's got a
6'7".
really good basketball
But
IQ. That
makes
seems to
sense.
run in the family.
Now here's Johnson. He has 5. Young with the steal. The fast break
There you
ends
go.
at the rim with the jam.
Boy, extremely opportunistic
job.
defense leading to those points there.
That dunk Clark coming within seconds of the steal.
Love the way they convert from defense to offense.
But that's what happens when you get all 5 guys on a string defensively ready to react and make a play.
And for Carter Williams, unusual height for the point guard position.
Yeah, he's long. I think the main thing he'll need to do at the NBA level is really work on that outside shot. It's got a little bit of a hitch in it right now.
Whoa.
And he's got to get that corrected, because if he does, he's got a
Wow, I'm
chance
not really
to be
used
special
to
as a
guarding
point
people
guard.
shooting
He's quick and
threes,
he
but
is athletic.
Yep,
Boy, this game is off to a terrific start.
no doubt. On both sides, high-octane offense.
And it's Paul penetrating. And he's knocked
Good job,
off
Chris
course
Paul.
by
And won the
the
bonus.
foul call.
Great.
He'll shoot free throws. It's on Al Jefferson.
You know, with how dominant he's been since entering the league, we can start to wonder where Paul will fall in terms of all-time greats when you talk about point guards. When it's all said and done,
swish.
I think he'll be right in that group of the best point guards to ever play the game.
We talk about Chris Paul's place among the great point guards in league history. The advanced stats community make a compelling case.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be an alley-oop or not, but that was pretty
right
bad.
at the top of the list.
All right.
This is going to rankle some people, I think.
Well, it's all about efficiency when you want to talk advanced stats, and you know, so that means, you know, how often do you get to the line?
Good job,
when
Chris
are you
Paul.
turning it over? What your shooting percentages are, and Paul has really good numbers across the board.
Wizards trail by 3. Now here's Carter Williams. Backing down is Jefferson. Takes it from 10. Again, the Wizards good for 2. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Paul kicks to Young.
That was like a layup from like 20 feet out.
Got it up. No good.
All right. So they haven't been ahead of us since like first like couple seconds of the game, but our defense, even though we got bigger guys in, still not becoming better. I don't know what Greg Oden is.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going.
But we'll see what happens.
And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And that first quarter was all about pace, guys, because this club really got out into transition, and that's how they built this lead.
They like to play fast, and they're doing
already
a nice
getting
job
fouled.
filling
Good
the
job.
lanes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade.
Forgot
The
how his
second
free
quarter
throw was
gets
because he hasn't been fouled in a while.
on the
But
floor for San Antonio.
wow, we let Al
DeAndre
Jefferson
Jordan
already
is
get
out
5
there with
rebounds.
Oden.
That's pretty crazy.
Then there's Danny Granger. Then it's Young, and it's Paul in at the point guard. Left side Jefferson shoots from the elbow. Rebounded by the Spurs. This their first look at this year's Washington squad.
Well, last year they won both meetings in the season series. And
Come
It
on.
wasn't a surprise. I mean, this is the better team.
The shot
Come
by
on.
Paul, no good.
Chris Paul
rugged
steal.
defense
Oh, yeah, he
there
stole it,
against one of
and then
the
of course he didn't get it.
stronger finishers
Okay,
in the
it's
game.
terrible.
Johnson.
And we fouled
And a
him
foul
now.
on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. You know, Clark, it can be a point of pride. Hey, you know, we split 1-1 with the marquee team from the other conference. But, you know.
You know, it's something to point to, Kevin. You know, when your overall season is a disappointment, that's something that you can look at and say, hey, progress.
Now here's Granger. Last time out, he had 14 points.
Okay, wrong. Okay. I never seem to get it to the person I really
Brooks
want to,
dishes to
anyways.
Gortat. Marion. And he goes
And now
up
they're ahead.
strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, I love it.
All right.
Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get
Oh, yeah.
back in transition.
Oh, this
Brooks,
is terrible.
left side. And Danny Granger gets the whistle.
Somehow.
That's his first
Wow.
foul.
Well, he tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
I really like
And
that
have the
we were finally in the
benefit of
bonus
replay,
last quarter,
I
but
think they got
now
that one right,
we're
which is
fouling
the
them a
case
lot.
most times, even though fans don't think so.
Gortat, the pass to Jefferson. Poked loose.
Well, on the
Here
pump
we
fake,
go.
the ball was exposed, and that allowed him to get a hand on it and take it away.
And Young slams it home.
bam.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Spurs.
I might actually want to
Well, I
play
think the defensive
DeAndre
aggressiveness
Jordan
display here has
on
caught him off
Al
guard,
Jefferson and play
playing
Greg Oden
airtight
on
defense
Al
and coming
Gortat.
up
Or
with
not
a
Al
steal.
Gortat. Al
And we're
Jefferson.
also
Marcin
seeing a lot
Gortat.
of fast break hoops, so this team doing a nice job getting easy points.
Here's
Oh,
Jefferson.
come on.
And Oden sends it back. And it's out of bounds. The Wizards will take it the other way.
Oh, we blocked it out of
Here's
bounds.
the
Great.
2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. In the third spot, the Spurs.
Boy, Kevin, I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
Tyler Hansbrough checked in for Washington. Alec Burks comes in for Orlando Johnson. And Brooks, here we go. Oden kicks to Young. Rebound,
And
Washington.
of course we don't make it.
Tell you what, it was a big
Don't have a
move
lot of
for
good
Aaron
jump
Brooks
shots on this
last
team,
year
or people who can shoot
because
jump
he
shots
was
for that
let
matter.
go
I mean,
from the Kings near the end of February, but was able to work things out and make a return to Houston, the city where he found success early in his
and
career.
they shoot a 3 on
That's
us.
good. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
Chris Paul doing the
Oh,
inside
man,
right now.
he goes old school on us with the finger roll.
For Washington, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. And Brooks played in China during the condensed season in 2011,
And a region.
2012. Aaron kind of got stuck over there for a while, it seemed like.
Well, he took a chance, like a few players did, by going over, playing in China, and not being able to get out of his contract until very late in the NBA season. But he's always been a productive player, very quick, kind of an instant offense type guy off the bench.
There we
Burks
go.
can't get it to
Rebounds.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock
Oh
it.
my god. He just got
Marion against
wow,
Paul.
he just got fucking
Marion
stuffed
dishes to
so
Brooks.
bad. I try to be more energetic, but since it's
From
not my team, it's kind of
downtown,
hard. But that was pretty cool.
and the
I'll just
shot
give him
is
that.
good. Brooks has got 6 points. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game. How it's been going for the Wizards.
But great hustle.
And of course we
defensively
miss.
through 2 quarters of play.
Okay, well, we can't make shots
Contesting
outside for some
everything,
reason.
Starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
You know, they've also shown some real tenacity here early on
Probably have to do
tonight.
Wilson Chandler in
It's
here in a
paid off
second.
with a lot of second chance points. For the Wizards, I thought injuries a big reason they didn't have the season they hoped for.
Wow.
They do have some things they can build off of, though. The one that sticks out to me was how they were able to improve their defense last year and became pretty good at limiting easy shots.
Feeds it to Burks. Beyond the arc. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Rebounds.
Odin's got 3 rebounds now in this one. And Young, here we go. And that one
Finally
is
wasn't
stuffed
blocked.
right
There you
through.
go.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
All right, we got to get Wilson
Some
Chandler in here.
urgency from him there.
Yeah, he's sensing this is a critical time in this game, guys.
Time called here. The Wizards decide to talk it over. And going back to what you said, Clark, about the Wizards, they
I feel like
did
Wilson
improve
Chandler
dramatically
is gonna
in terms of
contribute
defense
really good
and
this
had one of
game,
the
really
top
well.
10 Ds in the league.
A lot.
Steve, not bad for a team that is clearly building around you.
And that's
Wow,
a great
put
sign,
back dunk
because
on us.
normally when you have
We're in a
young
14-6
players,
run.
you
We are having
struggle
issues, though, I'll be
defensively
honest.
more than at the offensive end. So this is a group that has plenty of potential, and I think
Well,
we're seeing that
even
this season.
though he's not bad at jump
as
shots,
they
we can't make a
continue to
shot.
get
Finally,
better
Greg
in
Oden does
terms
this
of
weird
rebounding and
turnaround move, and we're
defending
doing
the
okay.
paint.
They have got to put a body on it, because otherwise, with his agility and athleticism, they're not going to be able to contain him on the offensive glass.
Pass to Gortat. Brooks outside. Back to Gortat. Wizards passing it around. Hansbrough.
Oh, you just got ultimately
Spurs trail by
goaltended
3.
and rejected.
Paul passes to Chandler. From past the arc. Again,
And everyone's
the miss by
missing.
Chandler.
I don't get
Boy,
why,
but he was
though.
close,
I mean, it
Kevin, to
just
making the
we
defense
shouldn't be missing
pay
this much. I
for
know the stats
lackadaisical
are.
coverage there.
Yeah,
I
he
just
had
don't
a really
understand
good
how
look.
we're
I
missing
mean,
this
he'll
much.
knock
It just
that
doesn't make
down
sense to
more
me.
often than not.
Really bad quarter for us.
58 seconds left to play here in the half. Burks kicks to Brooks. The dish to Burks. Now the pass to Gortat. Deflected by Oden.
And you're stuffed.
And here's the break. Here's Chandler. Blanketed by the
Great
D.
job
Fights
inside.
to the rim for the layup.
I guess you're just going to keep
And
taking
now
it to the
just
paint.
a 1-point Wizards lead. Washington's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Brooks kicks to Burks. Lets it go. Oden
And
with the
stuffed
block.
again.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
That gives them the
Finally, we
lead.
made a 3.
Chandler's got 5.
That time, I know I shouldn't
In
just
the
keep
first,
taking
he
them, but
had
he was
trouble
open, so.
hitting with any consistency. But here in the second, he's turned it around.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brooks dishes to Hansbrough.
And, you know, these calls can be some of the toughest in
And
the
they're
game
the
for the
bonus.
officials.
It all happened so fast, but I really think that was the right call. The defender was not really set in that
And he missed.
situation.
For Washington, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
And you look at the numbers, guys, this team shot a 73% clip over the course of last season.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Swish.
And that one's good. Here comes Aaron Brooks. Drops in the layup for 2.
And we let him hit.
Brooks has
finger
got
roll,
10 points.
Layup on us.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've
All right,
got
we'll hold it.
to at least
It's
get a
halftime.
finger on him.
And the first half.
We were down just a little bit, but we
now.
finally got back up. And we had an 18-17 quarter, so we still outscored them somehow.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
Well, he's seen the court so well tonight. He's made some phenomenal passes here in the game so far in that first half.
You know, some folks say he's not a playmaker, but he's dispelling all of that nonsense.
And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Gortat is out there with Marion. Then it's Carter Williams. Then there's Orlando Johnson.
Of course, and he
it's
makes
Jefferson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it.
Wow.
And look to finish the play right there.
The Wizards shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. And Johnson, no good on that
There
one.
you go. Missed
Losing
it. That's what
12
we need.
straight to start the season for the Wizards, just ominous. And through 20 games, the worst start in franchise history.
I don't know why he jumped back
once
because I
they got
didn't
back
even
to
press it,
health,
but
they
he still
showed
made
they
it, so
could
there you go.
compete with anybody.
Washington's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. And out of bounds
That's
as
probably
the
their ball.
Spurs gain possession.
Oh, finally, we get something good for
Well, we got a
us.
moment to look back to last year's Spurs right now. First in assist, second in field goal percentage, and they were ranked number 3 in free throw shooting. A number of outstanding free throw shooters on this team.
And Clark, what you talked about that really resonates with me is the assists, because they were the best in the league.
Great job
Clearly
inside.
a result of wonderful offensive execution and, of course, unselfishness. It didn't seem to matter who was taking the shot.
We're shooting
That team
56%,
always
so
tried
it's
to
okay.
find the open man.
When you start out like the Wizards did last year, it's easy to get down on yourself and give up on the season. But you know what, Steve? They showed a lot of fight and never bowed their heads.
Got to give a lot of credit to Randy Whitman
Wow.
for keeping the ship afloat
Orlando
after
Johnson,
that
wow.
tough
Taking a lot of
start.
shots on us.
And I like the fact that they added some veteran guys a season ago that I think added to the character of this
Yeah.
team. But it's an interesting group, no doubt.
Marcin
And here we
Gortat
go,
just
the
ultimately
Wizards
dominated
fast
us.
break. Shot is blocked.
And then Wilson Chandler comes in and
And
says,
here's
yep,
the
there
fast
I am.
break. Jordan leading the way. Excellent
Wow,
D there
great
from Carter
defense, but I don't
Williams.
know really
Well, one of his
how.
issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
That's good.
And somehow
And they've made
Carter
3 of
Williams
their
does
first
that.
4 shots here to start this half.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. Here's Paul. Count it, and
So I
the
thought.
foul. It's going to be on Michael Carter Williams.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys.
Somehow
I mean,
he misses.
His shooting has led
Good.
them to this lead. Well, after a breakout 2012, Marcin Gortat came back to earth last season. I mean, it had to be harder
Every
for him
fucking
without
time.
Steve Nash setting the table. That's a no-brainer, and with the team as a whole struggling, his play slipped as well.
Here is Gortat. Back to Marion. The feed to Carter Williams. 6 to shoot. Kicks to Johnson. For the lead.
He had a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Again, the miss by Johnson. And for Gortat last season, scoring, Steve, his rebounding, and his field goal percentages
And
all
another
down.
miss, because
Well,
why not?
no coincidence. Steve Nash left last year. He used to set the table for Gortat. So we'll see if he can bounce back. Still just 29 years old, but very talented. He should have some prime years ahead.
Come
there's the call on Chandler.
on.
That'll be his second foul of the game. Washington calls timeout.
Boy, he wants to get everybody on the same wavelength. That's for sure. And he may change up some things here.
Wow, we have 9
As
fouls
well.
this game.
Looks to me like he saw something that wasn't on the plan and picked now as the time to address it. I don't have a problem with that.
And stolen by Jordan. Chandler attacking. Granger from outside. Again.
And
the
you
miss on the
missed, and you're
Spurs.
open.
He just
Oh
has
my
not
God,
been
this
able to
isn't
get into that
sliders
groove
being
yet,
down.
guys,
This
but
is
as a
game just
whole,
not
it
whatever.
hasn't affected them too much.
Marion passes to Jefferson. Nice ball movement by Washington.
No.
And another miss by
There you go.
Washington. And Danny Granger
Oh
gets the
my
whistle that time.
God.
And that'll be his third
Really?
foul so far.
Come on, we had the ball. Just calm down.
Washington's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Now here's Carter Williams. He's tightly guarded. He feeds it to Jefferson. 14 feet away. Good. He hits the jump shot. Jefferson's
This is a
got
closer
11
game than
points.
last.
Boy, he really used his height there.
He sure did, Steve. I mean, a nice touch on that
Okay,
shot.
okay.
And that's out of bounds.
That's
San
our ball, but
Antonio will
I
retain
passed it
possession.
to the person on the
Let's
right
pause
of me, and I
take a
went to the
look at teams
left.
that were tops in field goal percentage last season. The Spurs second.
Hard to shoot the ball any better than they did. I mean, they weren't the best in the league, but they were pretty close.
Chandler
Wilson
shot.
Chandler
Good.
definitely has been
Boy,
contributing.
he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the defense.
Now here's Carter Williams, defended by Paul. Carter Williams kicks to Johnson. Here's Gortat. foul call. Looked like the D didn't get there in time, and
they're
he'll
in the
shoot
bonus
free
again.
throws.
I think his ability to run the pick and roll is practically unrivaled. He sets great screens, hardly ever gets called, for moving his feet for an offensive foul, and then he reads the defender and makes a play from there.
And, once he rolls out of the screen, which he does quite well, he's flawless as a finisher if he gets the ball inside.
Swish.
The shot's good from Paul.
All right, we're staying up
minute
this game,
50
but
left in the
it's
third
kinda
quarter
tough.
of the game. Wizards trail by 3. Tipped away. Gortat
Almost got
dishes
the
to
steal.
Marion. Now here's Carter Williams. Defense is right there. Chandler comes with the double team. Just 5 to shoot. Hits the bucket.
And
13 points for Al
Horford.
Jefferson.
Jefferson. Isn't there like Al
San
Horford?
Antonio's
I don't
gone
know.
1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
Oh my God, Greg Oden just like
Right
broke the
back to the
hoop.
basics there, using
Great
the
job.
one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
Well, he should stay with those basics in a tight ball game because we've got one here tonight.
Carter Williams. And Oden sends it back. Granger outside. Off target from 3-point range.
Early on, he tried to shoot his way out of this funk, but later in the game now, he might want to just give it up and look for his teammates to do the scoring.
The shot
Yes.
by Marion, no good. San Antonio leading by 3. Paul with the 3. The rebound
I don't know.
by
I feel like
Jefferson.
that was a foul because he came up
Jefferson's
behind
got
Chris Paul when
double-digit
he was
rebounds
shooting.
now in the game.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Washington making some changes. Vesely's checked in for Gortat. And it's Damian James in for Sean Marion. Here's Johnson. He's got 14. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line.
This quarter, it's
Fine to
13 to
shoot
13
two.
right now.
The Wizards have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8. And Johnson drops them both. 29 seconds left in the third. He dishes it to Oden. Granger outside. Pass to Paul. Drills the three-pointer.
Swish. Chris Paul with the 3.
Paul's got 18 points.
And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
Carter Williams, the pass to Johnson. So the whistle blows on the shot.
And he always
two
gets,
free
like,
throws
we
for
always get close to the
Jack
foul.
right there.
Every time.
He's had 5
17.
chances at the line, gone 4 for 5.
All right. I'm going to keep Danny Granger in.
72% from the line
I know he's
last
not
year.
doing too well,
great
but
numbers, but
whatever.
Of course, there are worse out there. That's for sure.
And guys, if a game was coming down to the wire and an opponent needed to foul, I mean, he was the guy they wanted with the ball in his hands. I mean, shooting the free throws because of his proficiency there.
Boy, they've
And
come
he
out
got
of
it,
halftime
finally.
just smoking hot from
Up by
behind the arc.
6.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let him fly.
Ooh.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as
All
we
right,
head
1
to the
quarter
fourth
left.
quarter.
We're
It's
up by
the
6 now. Or
Spurs.
no,
They're
4,
up by
5.
5.
What are we up by?
And coming
5,
up
yeah.
as soon
Okay,
as we
couldn't count
return
for a second.
break,
We're up by
the
5
fourth
now.
quarter gets
Let's see if we
underway.
can stay up.
Monday, November.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Spurs.
I thought we might see a little defensive adjustment at halftime, but the fast break continues to be
Ooh.
effective.
Somehow.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they forced
Swish.
and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
We've got Wilson Chandler. Danny Granger out there with Chris
And
Paul.
we got it still.
Then it's Oden. And it's Jordan
All right, up by
in at
7.
the
This is
4-man
good.
position. That's the San Antonio 5.
You know, he's as close to a sure thing as you can possibly have when he steps to the line.
Here's Jefferson. DeAndre Jordan
Great
grabs
rebounds.
the miss. Jordan's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Another shot. And
I
the
wasn't a
layup is
3, but he
good.
still missed.
Well, we've
And a
seen
nice-
that more than a few times. An easy
Nice rebound
bucket
and a
in the
layup.
lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Come on.
Carter Williams with it. Chris Paul covering. And Jefferson gets it to go.
And his stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
How? Come on, Chris Paul. Oh. There you go, Wilson Chandler. Big part of this game. You've done good.
On the wing, Chandler. James covering.
Heavy
Passes it to
defense.
Paul. A 3-ball. Blocked.
Stuff. All right.
And he recovers it.
Whoa.
It's stolen by Carter Williams. It's Jefferson high post. And fouled as he went
That's
up
what I
to the dunk.
thought.
Good
Earn
aggressive
your
move,
points
and
at the
he'll
line.
shoot 2. They get
See
Danny
who can
Granger.
actually earn it.
Al Jefferson's
Danny
doing
Granger's
all
got 5.
sorts of things. He's got 10 rebounds and 15 points.
I had no idea
Wow,
we'd
he
be
let me
seeing a
get
performance like
a
this
double-double on us.
today.
Totally dominant. I mean, pure domination.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Gortat has come in for Vessel. And it's Marion in for Damian James. Granger from outside. Gets it to go.
3.
And the Spurs lead by 8.
Up
That's
by 8.
far too good a look to
8
give
of
them
20.
from behind the arc.
Hey, we've taken
That's 3 of the
23s,
last
but
5 makes, having been behind the three-point line. So got to make some adjustments defensively.
Carter Williams kicks to Johnson. Washington gets it back. Gortat. And it's
Blocked.
blocked by Jordan. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Wizards
34 and
will
43.
retain possession.
Those numbers mixed together to make our 2 big men.
Johnson sends the screen for Marion. Second shot opportunity.
Oh!
But they'll get another
Got some
chance.
clutch moments right here. Chris Paul with the block. People hitting 3s now.
And Gortat kicks to Carter Williams. Dishes to Marion.
Really struggling to get in
And we got some
rhythm
clutch
here in the
moments going
second
on
half.
for our
I
team
mean,
at
it's
least.
been a real challenge for them to find the flow and the groove they had in that first half.
Chandler, no
All right, I'm
good.
just talking about us hitting
Not
two,
the
or
best
shooting
shot.
23s,
Long
so we gotta
range
stop.
and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively,
Paul
that's
couldn't
the
really
kind
guard
of work he's known
margin to
for. I
guard
mean,
Pop.
he loves to lock you up.
Well, you knew he'd win that race.
Definitely. I mean, that's what you call early offense.
And we shoot another 3. My
Paul's
fault.
shot is off. Wizards trail by 6. On the wing, Marion. All sorts of time. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Now, normally that's a shot people make, but that's not really his bread and butter there.
And
That's a
there's
foul, I
Chandler. That's
thought,
good.
but-
On the assist by Paul.
Up by 8.
Paul's got
And he
6
scored
assists
14.
here
Great
tonight.
job in this game.
Washington calls timeout.
You know, guys, you look at Chris
Great
Paul's path to
job.
greatness, and it's really kind of a neat story. When he was in high school, he didn't even make the varsity team until he was a junior and cracked 6 feet tall. And the school he wanted to go to, North Carolina, understandable for a kid who was in the state of North Carolina, the Tar Heels didn't even offer him a scholarship.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, Randy Whitman had some words for his team over the break. He really wants them to try to push the tempo here, see if they can get a few easy buckets in transition, saying, listen, we're playing station to station right now. Let's try to catch them off guard, guys. Let's see if they can do exactly that, Kevin.
And with Chris Paul,
Chris
he ended
Paul
up
getting
playing
inside,
2
finding
seasons
ways
at Wake Forest, led them
in
to
clutch
a
moments.
Sweet 16 appearance. You know, the school retired his number 3 jersey back in March. So for a guy so lightly recruited out of high school, what an incredible achievement.
And his twin brother has been just as successful in the insurance
Yeah,
business.
that's right, Cliff.
Yes, Cliff. Terrific. In fact, he handles my home and auto.
Does he?
Yes, he does.
Wow.
Yes.
I have an umbrella policy.
And another 3
do?
by Danny
He's a great
Granger.
assistant.
17
Yeah,
points
yeah, wonderful.
and assist.
Absolutely
He's at
on
5.
fire from beyond the arc.
Yeah,
Our
that's
team's
where he's
clutching
getting
it right
his
now in the
points.
4th quarter.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Now here's Carter Williams, defended by Paul. Jefferson dishes
Ooh,
to
I
Johnson.
didn't take that.
And right away, they match it
Ooh,
with a
wow.
three-pointer
How did he hit
of their
that 3?
own. Johnson's got 21.
Yeah, and that's his first 3 of the half. There may be more in store.
Okay, I didn't even
It's gonna
take
be
that.
over and back. Not
What?
watching for the line that time. Time called here.
All right,
The Wizards
I know I was behind
decide
the
to talk it
backcourt,
over.
but when
He's
someone
forcing
blocks
shots
it,
offensively,
does it
hurting his
count?
team in the
Because
process.
I know when someone
He needs to
tips
trust
it,
his
you can
teammates
go
more.
grab it. I don't know, but whatever. I don't know if I like that call. I don't know.
1:56 left
I'm
in
sure
the
it was the
fourth
right call
quarter.
though, because I don't know.
Carter Williams, the pass to Johnson. So he gets the whistle. Contact
And
on
Danny
the way
Granger
up,
fouled
and
out.
2 shots coming up.
And we'll get
Granger. And so he's picked up his
Josh Smith
final
in here.
foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
This is where their depth becomes such an asset, Kevin. He's gone for the remainder
Kinda
of the
lost
game,
a big
but
part of our 3
fortunately,
game, but
they're able to field a very capable replacement.
Josh Smith, he's checked in for Danny Granger.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
The drive by Jordan.
Oh my God.
Took the contact and tried to
His
throw
arm
it down
just
over
stretched
the
so
top,
far over.
But instead, he'll shoot free throws.
Yeah, that's smart basketball. You
Swish.
foul and you send a very poor free throw shooter to the line.
Yeah, I think that's just smart. I mean, especially the way he's been throwing it down.
Made
Make
one
him
at
earn it
least.
at the strike. Well, you know, that's one thing they've been doing extremely well. Corralling those caroms.
Seems like not a whole lot else is going right for them, though.
Here's Jefferson. Here's Gortat. And that one's
He made
good.
it.
In order to cut into this lead, I think one
All right,
of
we're
the
up by
things
6.
they've
I think
got
we
to
can
do a
win
better
this,
job
but
of is crashing the
we
glass.
gotta make sure we can stay
San
contain this
Antonio
lead
leading
and
by
like,
6.
sustain it.
Paul kicks to Smith. A minute 20 left to play here in the fourth. Paul dishes to Chandler. Clock at 6.
Okay, I can't find anybody who's open.
Defended by Carter Williams. Here's Jordan.
And
Misses.
Rebounds,
For San
rebounds,
Antonio,
rebounds.
they've
Come
gone 5
on.
of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
Well, it's going to be tough for them, but you have to continue to compete. It's not over. Just play, see what happens.
Yep, you can't afford empty possessions.
Gets it to
right.
go.
Second
How are they on a
three-pointer of the
9-1?
half, fourth overall.
How we
So
let them do
he's
this?
having a nice game from outside.
Paul kicks to Chandler for 3. And a great assist by
Over.
Paul as that one
Clutch
goes in.
moments. That was
Right
a
now, the
great
defense
play.
needs
I
to do
love
a
that
better
play.
job of closing out on this guy. He's
Chris
heating
Paul,
up from
that was
outside.
just beautiful.
Smith against Johnson. Cannot hit. Good D by
We get
Jordan.
rebounds, and they have to foul us.
And they go to the intentional
Yes.
foul. Good on the first,
Wilson
and that makes it
Chandler.
a 7-point lead. Second free throw, no good.
I messed up
that
right there.
time.
That
He
was not my. That
really
was not his
wanted
fault.
that
My
one.
fault.
Here's Carter Williams. Yes.
All right.
Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. Deflected.
Wow.
Jefferson
Some unclutch and
passing
clutch
to
moments by
Johnson.
some teams.
Marion. It's good.
How do we let
What
them do
a
this?
beautiful shot to bring them to within 3. What a difference in this crowd right now.
They still have to foul us so we
they're
can hold on to it.
breathless, nervous, and quiet.
Yep.
Wow.
It is quiet time, Clark. You got that right. That was a huge
Swish.
shot.
So the first
Another
one
swish,
drops,
but-
and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
Haven't played at home in a while. We can't
Second
lose a
one
home
is
game,
good.
you know.
Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that makes it a
I'll be honest.
two-possession
This
game.
is
Those
this
could
is
turn
more
out to be
entertaining.
vital
I guess
free
I just got
throws.
hyped. Wilson Chandler made that shot. That was beautiful and all together. I loved it.
Here's Johnson. Sinks it.
That's
Oh,
kind of
we
his
let them hit
strong suit,
inside.
the ability to find his way through the defense and finish at the rim.
Here's Paul.
Still fouled us.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
But you do what you have to do to extend this game and try to get the ball back.
In this situation, clock management crucial.
He gets the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
We're not.
So he
Okay,
goes
finally.
2 for
I was
2
gonna
at
say
the
we're not
line.
really hitting
And
both of our
it's a
free throws,
5-point
are we?
game.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
On the wing, Johnson takes the 3.
Really pump fakes. Missed
Washington
though.
gets it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Still one,
You know,
even
you
if it
can
hit
give
it.
a defender a lot of trouble if you're consistent with that turnaround jumper. It's almost impossible to block.
And so it's San
Oh, wow.
Antonio who's straight by with the win. And Clark, you know, it was quite a nail-biter.
Yeah, it was tight. Their guys were able to come up
It
with
was.
big
It really
plays
was.
down the stretch.
I hope you
and
guys
that's the
enjoyed.
difference.
I'll see you guys next
And
episode,
that about wraps it up
which will
for
be really
Clark
soon.
Kellogg,
Probably,
Steve Kerr, and
I don't
Doris
know when,
Burke.
but
This
that
is
was
Kevin
really
Harlan
entertaining.
Thanking you for watching the NBA.
Some unclutch and clutch
presented
moments.
by 2K
A really good
Sports.
3 at the
And
end
now,
by a good
Jordan
assist from Chris
presents
Paul.
Our player
Wow.
of the game, Chris Paul.
Chris Paul got another player of the game though. Wilson Chandler, in my opinion, would be second, and honestly, might actually be player of the game for me over Chris Paul, just in my opinion. But we'll see. We'll look at the stats, and then we'll just kind of examine how they played. But he had 7 assists and 26 points. Okay, that's a lot of points and stuff. Wilson Chandler, 18 points. Okay, yeah, I'll give it to Chris Paul. But that still was just beautiful game. And then, these are all the stats. Nothing too good. But he had 4 blocks. Wow. Very good with the blocks each game. Anyways, 9 rebounds and 8 rebounds. And a couple assists and steals and blocks. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys next episode. Some very entertaining stuff going on now. So yeah. Anyways, see you guys later.